Carol Roth, You Will Own Nothing. In You Will Own Nothing, by Carol Roth, we delve into the pressing challenges of our evolving financial and social ecosystems, where individual freedoms and ownership are increasingly jeopardized by burgeoning government and corporate control. This book scrutinizes the dynamics behind social credit systems, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and the mounting student debt crisis, unveiling why these topics must matter to everyday individuals. Through vivid examples and detailed insights, Roth challenges us to dissect the repercussions of unchecked power and advocates for strategic financial planning and active vigilance to safeguard our rights. Expect a critical exploration of how shifting global powers and technological advances are reshaping the landscape of freedom, prosperity, and personal agency. Whether it's understanding the consequences of tech giants' influence or navigating the pitfalls of indebtedness, Roth equips readers with the necessary wisdom to face current and future challenges head-on.
Digital freedoms at risk. Imagine a world where your worth is determined by compliance rather than capability, where your past efforts count for little against the whims of authority. This scenario becomes more plausible as digital advancements enable governments to increasingly regulate individual rights, reminiscent of social credit systems. These systems, gaining traction with the upheaval during crises like COVID-19, threaten to subordinate personal freedoms to governmental control. Consider Jenny, who dedicated her life as a frontline hero during the pandemic. Her unwavering commitment to her job was suddenly insufficient when she faced termination for her inability to conform with vaccination requirements due to her religious beliefs. Such stories reflect a deeper issue where government mandates restrict access to economic opportunities, akin to systems in place where personal behaviors dictate societal rankings and opportunities. Enter the age of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, another layer of scrutiny and control. Unlike digital currencies held by private banks, CBDCs represent a state-run currency system, theoretically giving governments direct oversight of your transactions. This direct control threatens autonomy, as transactions might be monitored, and spending could be restricted based on government-imposed criteria, like ecological impact or personal beliefs. This convergence of social credit principles with CBDCs isn't a distant dystopia. It's a looming reality we must address now. The threat isn't just financial, it's about individual freedoms being compromised at the intersection of technology and governance. These innovations necessitate vigilance and action. Staying informed is the first line of defense, understanding the challenges and their repercussions on fundamental rights. Engage actively in discussions, questioning governmental decisions that risk overreach. Advocate transparently and push for policies that secure personal freedoms over unchecked authority. By shining a light on these evolving issues, society can guide technology to serve humanity and not the reverse. Reshaping global finance. In today's world, financial powers are shifting, forging a new global order that extends beyond mere currencies and stock markets. This transformation resembles a complex dance of power, influence, and strategic shifts that have profound implications for society. The rising sway of influential elites propels this evolution, posing potential threats to individual freedoms and wealth creation. The trajectory of global financial dominance has long been linked to a nation's prosperity, management of debt, and strategic strength. Historically, financial juggernauts like the Dutch and British witnessed the limits of their empires when unforeseen challenges emerged, such as the Dutch tulip mania of the 17th century and the Suez Crisis of 1956. These events exposed the vulnerabilities of their seemingly robust financial structures and led to significant declines in their global standings. Today, the U.S. faces similar challenges after decades of prosperity and dominance. With increasing debts, internal conflicts over economic inequality, and complex international dynamics, the echoes of past empires resound. A particularly telling modern example was the U.S. decision to freeze Russia's central bank reserves amidst the Ukraine conflict. Intended as a strategic countermeasure, this action raised concerns about the reliability of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency and illustrated how money can be wielded as a weapon, fostering global skepticism and distrust. For individuals, these geopolitical maneuvers could threaten private property rights, suggesting that governments might seize assets with little justification. In this landscape, certain elite organizations are instrumental in shaping societal transformations. Notably, the World Economic Forum, WEF, initially positioned as a collective for global governance, has become intricately involved in broader economic and political discourses. Initiatives such as the Great Reset, which advocates for less reliance on individual ownership, underscore the profound ambitions backed by powerful tech allies that influence our future significantly. Technology's role in this evolving realm is pivotal. Giants like Google, Meta, and Amazon wield immense power, impacting both financial systems and societal norms. Facebook's introduction of its cryptocurrency, DM, formerly Libra, exemplifies how tech endeavors can disrupt traditional finance, risking consolidation of power within a select few. Furthermore, the extensive data collection and monetization practices of these companies pose substantial risks to individual privacy, with their immense resources and profit-driven focus carrying significant implications for rights, freedoms, and democratic integrity. Navigating these evolving dynamics requires a clear understanding of the motivations behind technological innovations and their vast impacts on global financial and social structures. The intricate web of elite organizations, tech giants, and geopolitical strategies suggests a shifting world order where wealth and power may increasingly gravitate away from the individual. In such a scenario, liberties once cherished could be significantly narrowed. Our collective future hinges on grasping these transformations, using history to recognize the perils of unchecked power and emphasizing the protection of individual rights amidst sweeping changes. Understanding these shifts will be essential to preserving the foundations of our freedoms, as the new financial landscape unfolds. Chains of education. Picture a bright graduate named Emma, clutching her degree with dreams of the future. Unfortunately, her story is overshadowed by a grim reality familiar to many in her generation: insurmountable student debt that stifles the dream of education as a ladder to success. This burden reflects a broader societal dilemma where the promise of higher education has become synonymous with financial hardship for countless young people. Across the U.S., student loan debt has reached an astounding $1.6 trillion, highlighting a troubling economic paradox where the expected return on a college degree isn't always realized. The crux of the issue lies in the imbalance between education costs and the tangible benefits in life post-graduation. Individuals like Emma are discovering that merely having a degree doesn't equal financial security, as their salaries are often consumed by the ever-growing tide of monthly loan repayments. These financial pressures not only delay crucial life events, like buying a home or starting a family, but also limit the capacity to build future wealth. So, how did we arrive at this point? The usual suspects of escalating tuition fees and government policies play significant roles. The removal of bankruptcy protections and lax lending standards have inadvertently empowered educational institutions to continuously inflate prices, leaving students more vulnerable than ever. The initial goal might have been to broaden access to education, but the real outcome is a generation shackled by debt as they strive to build a financial foundation. The financial landscape becomes even bleaker when considering the allocation of these educational expenses. Instead of enhancing student learning, a bulk of the financial resources is absorbed by administrative costs, often surpassing investments in teaching staff. This misallocation prompts critical evaluation of education's return on investment and the broader integrity of these institutions. Amid this complex landscape, a dual approach can offer potential relief. First, prospective students must regard higher education as a financial gamble worthy of careful consideration, evaluating the ROI of their potential careers. Secondly, a collective effort towards systemic reform is crucial. By calling for clarity in fee structures and advocating for student-friendly loan models, society could begin correcting this imbalance. While the journey might appear daunting, understanding these obstacles and making informed decisions could illuminate a path toward a prosperous, debt-free future. Own your future. In a world where the traditional concept of ownership is evolving, safeguarding your rights and diversifying your assets is crucial for staying in control of your destiny. The journey begins with understanding the true essence of wealth, not merely as a reservoir of funds in the bank but as an accumulation of tangible assets like land. Transition from spending to investing by eliminating non-productive debts and focusing on assets that retain and grow in value, such as real estate. Diversifying your investments is the next essential step. The stock market, despite its volatility, offers immense potential when you invest wisely in companies with robust balance sheets and competitive edges. But diversity goes beyond stocks. Incorporating tangible assets like precious metals into your portfolio can provide stability. Gold, in particular, has proven to be a reliable safeguard against economic uncertainty. Owning business equity is another key action for establishing control. Whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur, securing a stake in the enterprise is vital. Employees can benefit greatly from stock options, transforming their position within a company. For business owners, it's imperative to understand the real worth of their ventures and to protect these assets with strategic foresight. This includes having a robust exit strategy and maintaining a fallback resource in challenging times. In today's digital age, asserting ownership over our digital identity is more significant than ever. Although tech giants dominate the spaces where we express ourselves, our voice, data, and personal stories remain ours. Protecting these digital assets requires ensuring that platforms uphold our rights and stay accountable. As you would protect physical property, you must also secure your digital footprint by nurturing privacy and independence from intrusive technologies. Establish and defend your personal and digital boundaries to preserve your voice and legacy.
In conclusion, You Will Own Nothing by Carol Roth offers a comprehensive critique of emerging social and financial constructs that threaten individual autonomy. The book persuasively highlights how social credit systems and CBDCs could potentially control personal freedoms, analogous to scenarios faced during the COVID-19 pandemic. Roth emphasizes the vital need to stay informed about these paradigmatic shifts, advocate for transparent governance, and protect personal assets. Furthermore, she sheds light on the systemic burdens placed on younger generations through insurmountable debt, urging a reevaluation of the value of education and financial strategies. By advocating for diversified investments and demanding accountability from tech giants and policymakers, Roth's narrative serves as a clarion call for proactive engagement to preserve personal ownership and liberty. Ultimately, the book underscores the power of informed and deliberate action in maintaining control over one's financial and digital identity in a rapidly changing world.